What's up, everyone? Welcome back to a special LEGO review. I want to first start off this review by giving a massive shout out to one of my loyal subscribers, Ashton69. Kinda gotta work on that name, friend. But he asked me to not put his stuff. I guess he doesn't want promotion, but you know what? I respect that. But he's been so generous to give me the Hero Factory Season 1 sets. Now, this isn't part of Project Hero Factory. This is just a side thing. I did not plan on doing this. He just offered me because, yeah, and I wouldn't get these sets anyways myself, but he was offering it for free. So this is I'm just gonna treat these sets like any other normal LEGO reviews. There's not gonna be a professional build and review style. So instead, I will compile all the heroes into one video and all the villains into another video. And we have the special big sets. For example, like this one we're doing today, the Furno Bike, and then there's the drop ship, and then there's the bulk versus vapor set. Those will be videos of their own. Okay? So, hope you guys are ready because we're kickstarting this unexpected series with the Furno Bike. It is basically this. If you thought Speed a Demon was the first Hero Factory set to have a bike, think again, because it was actually this guy, the Furno Bike. So, let's get right to it. The box. Now, of course, this box is not in perfect condition. It is crushed up, as you can see on the side. But this is what happens when you get an old set. You can see the painting is also ripped off. And yeah, so it's I think it's like a $45 set back in that time. But it's definitely same size as Speed of Demons for sure. So this is set 7158 with 165 pieces. And it literally says right here, from the makers of Bionicle, because again, this is the first time the world sees Hero Factory. Now here's the back of the box. You can see the Furno Bike charging straight at Von Nebula, and just showing you basically all the other stuff you can do with this set. So that's it for this one. That's it for the box. Let's take a look at the actual set now. So yes, this is the first bike to ever introduce in Hero Factory. Wow. So there are actually two vehicles in the first season of Hero Factory. You've got this one, the Furno Bike, and you've got, of course, you've got the, the drop ship. And to have a bike built with basically old Bionicle pieces, it works quite well, I think. The color scheme can do some improvements, because I feel like it's orange and Inferno is more red, so I feel like the bike needs more red rather than orange. But apart from that, it is very nice. I like the head here. This is a really cool piece. I just don't like the way it's built. It's very, you can just move it easily like that. I would rather have it more secured. And yes, this bike has a kickstand, which is on a ball socket, so you can just tuck it back, and then you can be on a roll. That is awesome. That means you can actually stand the bike up on its own. That is good. Side engines here, and then you've got two ball shooters on each side. Good. That means this bike is armed and is used for combat. That is great. The wheel, very straightforward. Again, maybe have a Technic pin here or something to lock the axle in place, because I don't like how this is just sticking out. It's very noticeable. And of course, only this section moves. You would actually think the entire handle goes along. No, it's actually just the top. So the handle actually stays still by himself. Now, so to continue taking a look, of course, Furno is in the way. We've got to remove Furno. So before I do that, I'm going to be pulling out another Hero Factory bike. This isn't the first bike. Well, it is, but it isn't the only one. Later on, 2012, we've got Speed a Demon. Of course, he's a bad guy, but he is the other Hero Factory character to have a motorbike. Now let's do you normally won't see this on the other channels, but let's compare it. What do I think of these two bikes? Well, of course, Speed of Demon's bike is more like up to date. It uses CCBS. It takes advantage of CCBS. And Speed of Demon's bike, it just has a better consistent color scheme, the purple, and it works brilliantly. And it's not as tall as the Furno bike. You can see there's more height taking place in the Furno bike, especially the front part here. It's very tall. Speed of Demons here is like more like he's riding a small scooter. Like it's shorter and it's longer. I think that defines the bike better, because Furno's is more, it's shorter but it's taller. So I don't know. In my personal opinion, I definitely think Speed of Demons will top the Furno bike, but hey, that is just once again my opinion. So in the main engine part here, it's like this big claw piece. Looks pretty okay. Oops, I just launched both balls. But in terms of the other coverage here, I figure this piece was later used on Firelord. It's a pretty good piece. It's pretty big, so that's why it occupies a good amount of space. And I think that's okay. It's okay. And then the back tire, same thing again. I just maybe like have something here to lock this axle in place, because again it sticks out too much and it's very adjustable. The back engine here, I like this weird spiky thing. That's pretty cool, and it's got the lights too, or maybe these are just rockets. I'm not quite sure. Like to boost the bike. I think it's pretty good. Simple, but this is what they've done with old Bionicle pieces, and that works pretty well. And then the front head here, very nice front. It's covered pretty nicely. I just don't like how it just flings off so easily like this. I just wish this thing was actually secured, because this thing moves along, right? So I'd rather have this just stuck in place. See, if I hold it in place, you can still rotate it pretty well. That needs improving. Now, to see the full bike, I'm now going to officially take Furno off the bike. Now, of course, you can see Furno actually locks in place. His feet is locked with a pin, two here on both legs. See, on Speed of Demon, because of the CCBS torso, his butt is actually slapped on. For Furno here, it's just his legs, and then his handle. I mean, on the handle, but you get the idea. So let's take this off, and be careful, because these guys are pretty delicate. And then, yeah, so I'll remove the Furno figure for now. And now we are just left with this. So this is what the full bike looks like right now. Now, if you can see on top here, they got this weird piece that covers the bike. I think they've done a pretty good job at that. But once again, it makes the bike very, very tall. And I guess the great thing about this bike, of course, is the kickstand. And good. That means you can put the bike up on its own, stand it up, maybe like this or something, or maybe like this. You can lean it all the way. That looks pretty neat. But regardless, you can actually stand the bike up. And that exactly is what we need. We need to make sure if we're posing this on top of a shelf, we can actually stand it on its own. And in this case, it can do exactly just that. Now, that is the bike, and I think the bike will get a pretty nice, yeah, I'll rate it in the final verdict, but that is the bike. Now, of course, the Furno figure. Again, the main problem I have with these 1.0 heroes is just how plain and simple they are, and nothing really special about them, at least in my opinion. Like, this is using old Bionicle parts. This is why I really prefer CCBS. This is nothing like CCBS, and the posability is so limited, and you can only do so much of the pieces due to like their capability. And the hands, oh man, I really don't like these hands. I really don't like these hands. They look bland and only not as smooth as for the more updated ones. Pretty much the same build. Later on when I do all the 1.0 heroes, you'll see Furno again. I guess the main difference for this one is that I think in the other Furno set, he's not like fully red. I think he has a different color, but that's for me to find out. I don't quite remember. But yeah, again, that is for me to find out. So of course the helmet, same 1.0 helmet. Pretty much the same, the chest piece. It is all the same, and yeah. So again, 1.0 heroes, not my favorite, but there you go. Another Furno. Okay, well first and foremost, this set is old. See, the box is kind of crushed. I showed you this earlier, but it is not a bad bike. I'll give you that. There obviously could have been improvements, but hey, this was Hero Factory's first ever premiere. The bike is pretty decent. I like it. It's still got a mixture of old Bionicle pieces, which once again, this is based off the old Bionicle stuff. This is before CCBS was a thing, so props. Now later on, of course, we got a slightly improved bike with Speeder Demon, like I showed you earlier. Just want to put this to one more time. The Furno bike, it's got more nostalgia purposes, but Speeder Demon, of course, has a much better improvement in terms of the capability of it. But this is not a bad bike. And I said earlier, the good thing about this bike is that it's got a kickstand. Good. Actually pulls this bike up real good. So there we go. That is basically my thoughts on this model, and I'm gonna give the Furno bike a passable 8 out of 10. I think, of course, with old Bionicle pieces, this is a pretty good bike. Of course, the Furno figure, not new. The Furno figure is in his own set, of course. So yeah, not a bad bike at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this nostalgic video, which throws back all the way to 2010. And let's just say the reviews back then by other people, they're potato quality. I think I'm the first one here to do 1080p good quality reviews, apart from Jangbricks. But you know what? I'm bragging. I'm sorry. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe, and maybe try giving the Furno bike a go. Honestly, it's not as bad as you think. So that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Bye for now.